the National Football League is on the air. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Miami Dolphins. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Dancing to his left, and his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes this Washington 14, Dolphins nothing.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2 and now on 1st down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And complete right side to Cook. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back. Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage. On 2nd and 12, Tua. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. Play action, now it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch. Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 41, Tua. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for Miami.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Tua. Buying time to his left. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 2.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Herbert now. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 8. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first. First down.
Let's go, get excited, let's go.
Cook following the penalty. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they're going to have lousy starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 6-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Making the catch, this is the tight end, Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's Herbert. That escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to lose some on this play, being knocked back to the 18. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open net is Waddle, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll run for it. Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
2 to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Here's Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football.